Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 40, I think. And it is our first week of December. Oh, it's getting chilly here. And I've just realised I forgot to include an opening segment or a pre-show segment, but I'll just announce it now, so make sure you're listening. We said that Full Gear would be our final major pay-per-view of the year. That is technically correct, but we will be having a special TV. It's a TV special, basically. I might as well call it that. A TV special on Monday, week 3 of December. And it will be the resurrection of AEW Winter is Coming. This will basically kind of act as our Battle of the Belts, but it won't just be title matches. There'll be other matches too. So from here on out, there will be confirmations of matches, and any title matches that were said to happen in the future are happening now at Winter is Coming. So the winner of Jay White and PAC will face Adam Page at Winter is Coming. The rematch between the Golden Lovers and the Lucha Brothers will happen at Winter is Coming, among many other matches. So we've got that to look forward to in 2 episodes time. So week 1 December, week 2 December, and then before Dynamite and Collision we will have Winter is Coming. But again, that's in the future. Something to be excited about, but it's in the future. We have Dynamite in front of us right now, and we are in the pre-show with Azure Revolution taking on Charlie Evans and the Bunny, and in a match that had subpar wrestling, Azure Revolution get the win with the Ayers Rock 2. Looking at the numbers, 45s across the board. Charlie was a 46. Hey, go on, Charlie. But she is on the losing side. Risa, Sarah, and Maya Yukihi get the win. Following this, we've got one final pre-show match, and it is Samoa Joe defeating Roderick Strong with a 63 rated match, and a 65 from Roderick and a 54 from Samoa Joe, who just doesn't have good numbers for some reason. But that is our pre-show done. Let's head into the main show, where we've got some really exciting matches. We kick off with Daniel Garcia's Open Challenge, and we end the show with our Bullet Club 3-way. Keith Lee, Juice Robinson, and Chris Bay. And that match will help CM Punk decide on who will be his Trios members for their AEW World Trios match, which isn't happening at Winter is Coming. It's going to happen next week. Very exciting. Could probably just wait another week to put it at Winter is Coming, but I don't want to. So there's that. Anyways, let's jump straight into the main event, or the main show, and see who is facing Daniel Garcia. It's Cedric Alexander, 74. I thought it'd be a lot better than this. So in a bout that had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Daniel Garcia gets the win. Of course he does, with the sharpshooter, and this is defense number 1 against Cedric Alexander. Got the show off to a strong start. Garcia with an 85. Cedric with a really poor 58. A 74 overall. I thought this would be at least like 78, 79. But, oh well. Following this, though, because there's not much to say about this, it's an easy Garcia win. We've got a backstage interview with Drew Galloway, where Dasha kind of just says to him, Drew, you know, everyone seems to want a piece of you lately. You know, you had Christian whispering stuff in your ear and making plans. Now you've got Jake Roberts, Will Ospreay, and Lance Archer. Like, you know, what are you going to do? And he's like, oh, good question, Dasha. I don't know. There are obviously attractive offers everywhere, but at the end of the day, I'm in the wrestling business for me, not for anyone else. So at the end of the day, I will do what is best for me. And Dasha's like, fair enough. Cool. Back to you guys in the ring. And back to the ring we go, where we have some tag team action. Hot off of their win last week, Aussie Open continue their win. They defeat the best friends of Trent Beretta and Chucky T in 15 minutes with the airplane spin. Really? They win with an airplane spin. Okay. I'm assuming it's not the actual airplane spin where you just spin them on your shoulders and then put them down, right? I don't know. Either way, 79. What a match. Mark Davis, Kyle Fletcher hitting the mid-70s. Chucky T, 68. Trent with a 65. But obviously, all of these amazing chemistry bonuses. Love to see that. And Aussie Open are on fire. If anyone's going to be next in line for a World Tag Title opportunity, it has to be them, surely. Yeah, great match. Following this, though, we have a women's match. Just wanted to double check. This hasn't done well, mainly because there was an injury mid-match. Let's just make sure that there was. Yep, disrupted by injury. Quite funnily, not funnily, but Shayna Baszler wins with a knockout punch, and Samantha DeMartin sustained a concussion. Is there going to be a road agent pop-up telling us that it was a botched move that caused this, aka Shayna actually hit Samantha DeMartin? Either way, Shayna with a 57, Samantha with a 48, 47 overall. Let's see. Yep. Is it going to be a... No, there isn't. No. So it wasn't an accidental botch. It might have been on purpose, though. Who knows? But we head backstage now where Tony Schiavone is talking to the Young Bucks. Just, about random things. About how's your experience in the tournament? You guys all good? And they're like, yeah, we're brothers at the end of the day. Friendly competition, all that. Blah, 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 blah. And then they say, well, Daniel Garcia is doing the open challenge, so I think this is Matt talking, I think I might accept that challenge next week. And Nick's like, hey, I was going to accept the challenge next week. And then Matt and Nick go, why don't we both accept the challenge next week? And Tony's like, well, there you go. 2 potential people accepting Daniel Garcia's challenge next week, which is going to be a weekly thing for a little while. So we could get one of the Jacksons or both of the Jacksons challenging Daniel Garcia next week. That would be a very exciting affair. Following this, we have an match. An 85. Whoa! That came out of nowhere. I've realised we hadn't had Brian on TV in a while. So I threw this together just randomly. I thought, just a random match. Swerve hasn't been on TV in a while either. I didn't think it'd get an 85. But I will take that. In a superb match, Bryan Danielson gets the win and defeats Swerve Strickland in 16:29 with a running knee. Wow, let's look at the dirt sheet. Is there any negatives? No, of course there isn't. I don't know why I always check that for these big ones. It just makes me think, what could have been, But wow, an 85. Didn't see that coming at all. Go on, Swerve. I really like Swerve. I just don't know what to do with him. Because obviously Daniel Garcia is killing it with a new wave. Ricky Garcia is the guy on the mic because he's great, on the mic. Mercedes Moné, when she returns, is just a star. Swerve feels like the forgotten man when, in reality, he's really good. 66 isn't great, but not, you're against Daniel Bryan. But yeah, great match. There's not really any story around this. It's just a good, solid, randomly thrown together win. Well done, Bryan. We need to book you more. And then following this, El Generico comes down to the ring, still celebrating with his sidekick, Bryan Danielson, who are, great friends now, and formed a really good bond, which is really happy to see. 2 happy faces in more ways than one. But following this, we have... our main event. Okay, 69. I thought it'd be better than this. I mean, I didn't at the same time, but I did. Well, we're at our main event now. This is a poor show. In a decent match, Chris Bay gets the win against Keith Lee and Juice Robinson when he pins Juice with the art of finesse. But during the match, we had a debut from Kenta, who ran in and attacked Juice Robinson. Keith Lee with a 69, Chris Bay and Juice with a 61. What? Kenta attacking... Kenta, who... hasn't been on AEW television before, attacking Juice Robinson to help Chris Bay get the win. And CM Punk comes into the ring and stands tall with Chris Bay and Kenta, grabs the mic and says, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to introduce to you my 2 tag team partners for the World Trios Championship next week, Chris Bay and the newest addition to Bullet Club Gold, Kenta. So really taking this new interim leadership seriously by 1, adding a Bullet Club member, and 2, maybe causing some issues because Kenta ran in and attacked Juice for some reason. Maybe Juice isn't liked by Punk, I don't know. But there's definitely questions that need answering. And 99, we love that. I'm hoping the 99 and the 85 match saved this week because it was a pretty poor week. That is how we close our show, with the announcement of who will be facing Takeshita and Hi-5, and also a new makeshift Bullet Club Gold, you could say, with the introduction of Kenta to GTS users. So yeah, amazing. We do have 2 backstage segments just to go through some post-show moments. First one is Renee is just vibing with the Young Bucks, and they confirm that they've spoken to Tony Khan, and they are both allowed to answer the challenge next week. So they said it's happening next week. We will have Daniel Garcia defending his World Light Heavyweight Championship against both Nick Jackson and Matt Jackson. So that should hopefully be one hell of a match. But that's not the final segment. This one's a little Twitter video, probably happened Thursday afternoon or something. We see Juice Robinson on the phone to someone, and deep conversation, looking very stressed, unhappy, and pissed off. And we can only assume he is on the phone to Jay White to maybe discuss what happened on Dynamite. But yeah, that is how we end the entire Dynamite show. Oh, I really hope that we haven't done bad. 76. Oh no, we're so close to that big. We're so close to that big that we just needed like a 78 or a 79, but we got a 76, which matches our current score in the Southeast, but is lower than obviously 4 other regions. Oh, that's so annoying. Let's hope it hasn't knocked us down an entire score. But yeah, that's this over and done with. Let's ideally hope that Collision's better. And obviously Collision, we've got a big main event, PAC, Jay White. Yeah, super excited about that, among other things happening. But yeah, fuck Dynamite. Let's head straight over to AEW Collision. Okay, and here we are for Collision, which hopefully is a little bit better than Dynamite. We've just got the one pre-show match, and it's a decent one, which we probably could have thrown on the card. Jeff Cobb and Bandido. Bandido getting the win, though, in 14 minutes with a Revolution Fly. Jeff Cobb with a 70, Bandido with an 80. Go on, my son. And Jeff Cobb's in amazing form, apparently. Not that amazing, because he lost. Either way, let's head to the main show. Let's not waste any time. The opening match should be a fun one. I just wanted to fill some time, and I just figured that this would be a match I'd like to see. So let's see how it goes down. 78. Okay, thought it'd be better than that, but that's fine. And about that had great wrestling and good heat. Kenny Omega gets a win against Sammy Guevara in 20 minutes with the one-winged angel. Kenny with an 86 and Sammy with a 73, which is pretty good. Kenny's got a nice hot new move, and the match got the show off to a strong start. You love to see it. There was no external involvement, just a casual one-on-one. I really like throwing these random non-storyline related matches just to see how people fare together, and this was a good opening match. Following this, though, we've got a little vignette, a video with Demi Bennett where she explains her actions last week. If you remember, she defeated Jamie Hayter and then attacked Britt Baker, who we thought she was in cahoots with. But it turns out Demi was just using Britt. She said Britt is the face of the women's division in AEW. She's been here since day one. Everyone looks up to her. So when she came to me and said that she wanted my help to defeat Jamie Hayter, I saw this as an opportunity to propel myself above not only Jamie but also her, and I think I've already done that. So I'm done with Britt. I don't need her anymore. So that's my reason. Demi Bennett is going to take AEW by storm, and I'm going to collect both belts. So Demi Bennett setting a high bar for herself, saying that she wants to collect both the TBS and the Women's World Championships. I mean, she could probably do it, let's be honest. But I think, she's going to have Jamie Hayter and Britt Baker after her after this. Especially Britt Baker, who, brought her in, you could say. But I don't think Demi needed anyone to bring her in. She's a huge talent on her own. Following this, though, we've got some tag team action, and it is Hook and Hobbs defeating House of Black, making Brody King submit with the red rum. Hook is just unbelievable right now, so I'm going to feed everyone and everything to him. Looking at the performances, Malachi Black the second best with a 69, Brody with a 66, and Powerhouse Hobbs with a 62. Fair enough. 74 overall, though, that's pretty good. Not the heights that Hook had in the TNT tournament, the light heavyweight tournament, but look at who he's working with. Mainly this guy. Either way, 74, decent. I'll take it. Let's follow this, where we have to head backstage quickly because there is an attack. It looks like Eddie Kingston and the Legion of Pain are attacking Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta. And just as the cameramen get there, the attack has pretty much finished. Wheeler's covered in blood. Salmani and Dinza have just thrown both of them, into a wall or something. And Eddie Kingston just gets in the cameraman's face and just says, "You see this, Mox? You see this? Where are you? Call yourself a leader. Where are you? Huh? Hoping that obviously this attack would goad Jon Moxley into coming out of wherever he is. But no, nothing from Jon Moxley again. So this attack was in a way pointless. Claudio and Wheeler on the receiving end for nothing. Where is Jon Moxley? Who knows? But Eddie Kingston just seems to be ramping it up week in, week out in order to get Moxley to resurface. After this, we have some singles action in the women's division. Maki Itoh, as per Ruby Soho's request, she wanted to silence Maki Itoh, who daren't challenge Toni Storm for the TBS title. And that didn't last long. In 8 minutes, Maki Itoh makes Ruby Soho submit and gets the win. Maki Itoh with a 62, Ruby Soho with a 46 and a 62 overall. Nice. And after this win, obviously Toni Storm was ringside again. Nigel McGuinness comes out and confirms at Winter is coming, Maki Itoh will have her chance against Toni Storm for the AEW TBS Championship. And obviously Toni Storm is furious and Maki Itoh is just like, let's go, woo, and puts her middle finger up to Toni Storm and Ruby Soho. So that is a match confirmed and booked in for Winter is coming. After this, though, we are back in the ring where Calvin Tankman wants to get his hands on a member of La Faction. After the defeat that Legion of Pain received, they didn't do anything to help the attack. So he's requested a match with someone in that group. And, we know the most recent member is Shinsuke Nakamura. And in a good match, I was about to say decent, Calvin Tankman gets the win. He defeats Shinsuke Nakamura in 15 minutes with a Tankman driver, getting a 70 rating. Not bad. Shinsuke sucks, but Calvin doesn't. And again, ringside, Zack Sabre Jr. came out. He hasn't forgotten that loss against Calvin Tankman. Just, watching Tankman, and I'm sure down the line he will get his rematch. But Tankman with the win. Kind of, just a little, I don't know, like a win in their book for getting revenge, I guess. You can call this revenge because they beat the La Faction beat them. So yeah, decent one, 70. Go on, Tankman. After this, though, we have got some more women's action. It's a debut. Mia Yim officially debuts for AEW, and she defeats Emi Sakura in 9 minutes with a guillotine choke. Mia Yim with a 54 and Emi Sakura with a 43, and her Rebel gimmick has got an initial rating of very good. Mia Yim, who is, I think, either in a relationship or married to Keith Lee. Now that is a formidable couple, if you ask me. 54 rating overall, not the best. Hopefully Mia can go from strength to strength because she is a real talent. And after this is our main event. It is PAC, Jay White, the Switchblade versus the Bastard. Who is your money on? The winner will face Hangman Adam Page at Winter is Coming. Let's find out. An 88. Oh, you love to see it. In a bout that had superb wrestling and great heat, PAC gets the win. He defeats Jay White with the Black Arrow, but it doesn't look like the cleanest of wins because during the match we had Pentagon Jr. and Ray Fenix come in and attack Jay White, helping the Death Triangle leader PAC win and get another opportunity at Hangman Adam Page. Jay White had an in-ring performance of 82, PAC had an 83, and an 88 rated match overall. Awesome. Let's continue. Sure you wish to continue? Yes. But post-match, the attack did continue, and who else would come down and rescue Jay White? No, not the Bullet Club, the Golden Lovers. They're sick of the Lucha Brothers at this point, and they just want to, 1, take the belts away from them, and 2, just, you know, not have him around. So they come down, and in a weird way, they save Jay White. I don't think they were meaning to save him. I think they just wanted to attack Death Triangle, but in a weird way, they have come out and saved Jay White. So yeah, very strange. But that is how we end our show, with a huge brawl between these 6 men, and then the unlikely kind of trio of Jay White, Kenny Omega, and Kota Ibushi. Not on purpose. He just happened to be there, or he happened to be the victim, while they just wanted to get their hands on these masked men. But yeah, great ending to the show. Let's see how we did. An 84. There we go. That is what we want to see week in, week out. Awesome main event. And yeah, I guess it's Hangman Adam Page facing PAC once again at Winter is Coming. Jay White seems to have lost his chance for now. But I'm sure that's not the end of Jay White's pursuit. He's a stubborn little man. Or I shouldn't say little man, he's a stubborn man. And obviously the Golden Lovers and the Lucha Brothers, their match has been confirmed for Winter is Coming. They've only got to wait, a week and 3 days? So not long now. But yeah, that is the end of this episode. Hope you guys have enjoyed it. The first show wasn't the best. I mean, it was fine on paper, but the numbers were shitty. So let's just ignore that. Focus on this great show, this 88 rated main event between PAC and Jay White. And yeah, let's look forward to Winter is Coming, which won't be next episode. It will be the following. So episode 42 will be our next special event. And I won't tie it with Dynamite and Collision. I'll let it be its own special. But that is it for me today, guys. Thank you very much. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye.